The Urban Drainage Group has been around in one or other guise for the last 30 plus years. It originally started as the Wallingford Procedure User Group back in 1984 with a group of like-minded professionals engaged in urban drainage modelling in their first computers that were being used for such a task, to share ideas, to share practice and to share innovation and development of the sector. And that's evolved over the last 30 plus years to where we are now in the CIWEM Urban Drainage Group. Still with that same philosophy of sharing information and sharing best practice and making sure that the industry as a whole moves with the times and moves with the changes that have been required within the sector over the recent years. The Urban Drainage Group itself has quite a strong vision to sustain the excellence of people engaged professionally within the urban drainage management now and for future generations, and we look to embrace that in everything we do. We have three critical objectives to ensure that we are advancing the science and practice of urban drainage management for the public benefit. We look to promote education, training, study and research within urban drainage management across the academic world through organisations like UCWER and through the water companies and the consultancies who are all engaged within our group. And we look to establish and maintain appropriate standards of competence across all of the participants within the urban drainage sector, whether that's new graduates coming through into the industry as first time members, through to the people who've been established within the industry and just moved with the changing goals and the changing dynamics of a complex sector. And the Urban Drainage Group has very much been at the forefront across its history of ensuring that we can standardise best practice and make it available to everybody around the world. The Code of Practice for the Hydraulic Modelling of Sewer Systems, which has been around for decades as well, is a well-known international reference document. It's part of most water company specifications within the UK and is used around the world, in Hong Kong, America, referenced by all these relevant groups. And the Urban Drainage Group has a long history of maintaining access to anybody for all of our materials, all of those best practice guides as they come online, as they develop, all of our past papers, all of our user notes looking at the intricacies of specific topics within the sector. And we continue to push that and develop those as we go along to ensure that all of our knowledge across the industry is shared with anybody who wants to have access to it. And we've evolved and we've moved. The industry has changed in the last 10 years, and flooding in 2007 has changed the landscape of how we manage urban drainage. We're looking at a much more integrated approach with lead local flood authorities, with the regulators, and our software and our hardware and our technology and our practice has improved and enhanced as a result of those integrations. We're now moving on from those PCs chugging through software 30 years ago to fully integrated drainage systems with overland flow, looking at how sewers, rivers and other drainage networks interact on a time-step by time-step basis, looking at real-time flood forecasting in large cities using radar rainfall. We've moved on dramatically from those embryonic days of WAPA. And we continue to do that through our Vision 40 statements and our goals to ensure that we run an event programme which provides access to best practice, collates and pulls together the industry through a programme of meetings, discussions, work groups for people and for topics to ensure that is spread throughout all of our members. We look to support professional guidance. We are engaged with as we said, UCWER and the water companies to ensure that critical pieces of information are passed on to the industry. The recent rainfall guide and evolutions of the urban pollution management and UPM manual documents have been led and developed by the group as well. And the professional development side is obviously very important to us as well. We've developed the competency framework for the Urban Drainage Group, looking at ensuring that all of our graduates, all of our members have an idea of the areas they need to build and develop to achieve professional membership with CIWEM, which is obviously, as being part of CIWEM, a very important part of our group dynamic and the development of our membership. We're obviously a leading part of the CIWEM's policy on urban drainage matters, both nationally and internationally, getting involved in wherever we can in those sort of areas, and also our communications, making sure that we're embracing social media, we're actually getting our message out to as many people as we can within the industry, within the group, and beyond wherever possible. As I said, we've seen a lot of changes in the last few years, and we will continue to see change over the coming decades. There will be different challenges as climate change, urban creep, and growth affect all of our catchments, all of our areas. Those are important challenges which we need to be at the forefront of understanding how best to manage them. And the Urban Drainage Group, I'm 100% sure, will still remain at the forefront of the understanding of those challenges now and in the future.